各位记者朋友
Good afternoon, media friends. Welcome to today's press conference. Now, questions, please.
谢谢发言人。中新社记者提问：中方前天发布了
China News Service. To follow up on the Saturday announcement about President Putin's upcoming state visit to China, can you brief us on the program and China's expectation of the visit? How does China assess its current relations with Russia? It will be President Putin's 25th visit to China, during which the two presidents will exchange views on bilateral relations, cooperation in various fields, and international regional issues of mutual interest. Over recent years, under the strategic guidance of President Xi Jinping and President Putin, the China-Russia Comprehensive Strategic Partnership of Coordination for a New Era has enjoyed sound, steady, and in-depth development, with expanding cooperation, tangible benefits for the two countries and two peoples, and important contribution to maintaining global strategic stability and upholding international fairness and justice. This year marks the 30th anniversary of the establishment of China-Russia Comprehensive Strategic Partnership of Coordination, the 25th anniversary of the signing of China-Russia Treaty of Good Neighborliness and Friendly Cooperation, and the year to kickstart events of China-Russia Years of Education. The two sides will take this opportunity to continue deepening and elevating relations between the two countries so as to inject more stability and positive energy to the world. For more about the visit, we will release information in a timely manner. Please stay tuned. Next one, please. China Arab TV. When Trump was traveling back to the U.S., Japanese Prime Minister was eager to call him to reiterate the importance of Japan-U.S. alliance. Japan will collect information on China-U.S. interactions, including possible impact on Japan and proper ways to deal with the impact. What's China's comment?
During President Trump's visit, the two heads of state had in-depth exchanges on regional issues of mutual interest. More than 80 years ago, the Allied powers, including China and the U.S., fighting shoulder to shoulder, defeated Japanese militarism and fascist forces and established the post-World War II international order, which laid the foundation for peace and development in the Asia-Pacific. At present, Japanese right-wing forces attempt to challenge this order and, in doing so, undermine the very cornerstone of peace in the Asia-Pacific. This has alarmed the international community. What Japan should do first and foremost is to rectify its erroneous remarks and acts on Taiwan, stop surging forward on the path of remilitarization, return to the right track of pursuing good neighborliness, peace and development, and win the trust of its Asian neighbors and the international community with concrete actions. Next one, please.
谢谢发言人。总台央视记者提问：白宫发布了特朗普
CCTV, the White House fact sheet on President Trump's visit to China listed the outcomes of the trip. Was China's comment? During President Trump's visit, the two presidents agreed on a new vision of building a constructive China-U.S. relationship of strategic stability, charted the course for high-level exchanges in the next stage, as well as dialogue and cooperation in diplomatic, economic and trade, military-to-military, law enforcement, and other fields, and had an in-depth exchange of views on international regional hotspot issues of mutual interest. The Chinese side stated clear its consistent position on the Iran issue, the Korean Peninsula nuclear issue, and others, and has asked the U.S. to take seriously reasonable concerns of relevant parties and stick to dialogue and negotiation for the peaceful settlement of issues. The two sides' economic and trade teams held talks in a spirit of equality, respect, and mutual benefit, properly addressed each other's concerns, and produced generally balanced and positive outcomes. China stands ready to work with the U.S. to fully and accurately implement the important common understandings reached between the two presidents, enhance dialogue, expand cooperation, properly handle differences and sensitive issues, add new dimensions to the constructive China-U.S. relationship of strategic stability, and promote the steady, sound, and sustainable development of China-U.S. relations. Next one, please.
Good afternoon. Question from AFP.
Norway's Interior Security Service, PST, said on Sunday that a Chinese man had been arrested in the country for spying, just weeks after a Chinese woman suspected of spying on satellite data was arrested. Does the Foreign Ministry have a comment on this? Thank you.
我不了解你。
I'm not familiar with the issue you mentioned. The Chinese side firmly oppose any kind of a smearing against China without reason. We believe that the Norwegian side will safeguard the legitimate rights and interests of Chinese citizens. Next one, please.
总台华语环球节目中心记者提问：据报道，5月17日，美国白宫在中美元首会晤的事实是，两国元首确认了实现长。
Yesterday, the White House released a fact sheet on President Trump's visit to China, which mentions that the two heads of state confirmed their goal of denuclearize North Korea. What's your comment? China's position and policy on the Korean Peninsula issue maintain continuity and consistency. It has been playing a constructive role in its own way in advancing the political settlement of the issue. We are committed to encouraging relevant parties to face up to the root cause and crux of the Korean Peninsula issue, stick to the general direction of political settlement, and make constructive efforts towards easing tensions and maintaining peace and stability in the region. Next one, please.
Belarusian television. A few days ago, the American video service YouTube blocked several channels of the international radio Belarus without giving any reason. It is not the first time in recent months that the service has blocked Belarusian state media. What is Chinese view on such actions? Thank you.
我不了解。
I'm not aware of that. Belarusian media in China can count on our continued facilitation for their report here. Next one, please.
谢谢发言人。新华社记者提问：首届杰出外。
Xinhua News Agency, the first presentation ceremony of the Outstanding Diplomat Medal was held this morning in Beijing, which was attended and addressed by Foreign Minister Wang Yi. Can you share MFA's consideration of setting up this award? I'd like to extend my warmest congratulations to the 8 recipients of the Outstanding Diplomat Medal. They are good and old friends of China dedicated to building relations between China and their countries, better understanding China, forging people-to-people bonds, and striving for mutual benefit. Setting up this award, we are aimed at expressing China's appreciation for their dedication. China, as an open, inclusive, and peace-loving country that values friendship, always actively fulfills its responsibility for world peace and tranquility, shares development opportunities with the world, and honors its commitment in the changing international landscape. Foreign diplomats in China provide the most direct window into the international community and build vital bridges for their home countries to better understand China. We hope and believe more outstanding envoys will contribute to promoting friendship between China and other countries and work with us for an even brighter future for humanity. Next one, please.
Thank you, spokesperson.
路透社。据媒体报道，台湾的林佳龙正在日内瓦出席世卫大会期间的活动，中方是否就台方参与相关的活动向瑞士进行接触？
我们此前
We have already made our position clear. There is but one China in the world. Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory. The government of the People's Republic of China is the sole legal government representing the whole of China. When handling issues related to the Taiwan region, the WHO and other international organizations must follow the One China principle, which is also a fundamental principle as demonstrated by the UNGA Resolution 2758 and WHA Resolution 25.1. China firmly opposes any official exchanges in any forms between countries having diplomatic ties with China and the Taiwan region, and firmly opposes any attempts to offer platforms for Taiwan independent separatist activities. The Taiwan authorities' practice of sending representatives to various meetings to seek attention is nothing but political theatrics and doomed to fail. Next one, please.
发言人深圳卫视记者提问：美国总统特朗普在15号播出的媒体专访中表示，美国对
U.S. President Trump said in an exclusive interview aired on May 15th that the U.S. policy on Taiwan remains unchanged. He said, "I don't like to see anybody go independent. I'm not looking to have somebody say, let's go independent because the United States is backing us. The United States has no intention of seeking war, and he hopes both sides across the Taiwan Strait will remain calm," he added. What is your comment on this? We have noted President Trump's remarks. Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory. It is never a country, not in the past and never in the future. Taiwan independence and cross-strait peace are as irreconcilable as fire and water. To seek Taiwan independence by soliciting external support is a dead end. Cross-strait reunification is the only bright path forward. The DPP authorities should recognize the overwhelming trend, stop burying their heads in the sand, and stop going further down the wrong path. Next question, please.
Question from AFP. Another question on Taiwan. Taiwan's leader, Lai Ching-te, said on Sunday that Taiwan will never be traded away as he pressed the United States to keep selling weapons to them. He said arms sales from the U.S. to Taiwan was an element in maintaining regional peace and stability. What is the foreign ministry's comment on this? Thank you.
Could you please repeat your question?
Sure. Taiwan's leader, Lai Ching-te, said on Sunday that Taiwan will never be traded away as he pressed the United States to keep selling weapons to them. He said that arms sales from the U.S. to Taiwan was an element in maintaining regional peace and stability. What is the foreign ministry's comment on this? Thank you.
China firmly opposes the U.S. selling arms to Taiwan region. Our position is consistent and clear. Next one, please.
谢谢发言人，我是凤凰卫视的记者。据报道，5月17号晚，赖清德在社交媒体发文回应美国总统特朗普在结束。
It is reported that on the evening of May 17th, in response to President Trump's remarks that the U.S. is against Taiwan independence, Lai Ching-te posted on social media that Taiwan has always been a firm defender of the status quo on both sides of the strait. And what is your comment? Lai Ching-te's latest act of political theater is self-defeating, which once again lays bare his separatist stance and intent to advance Taiwan independence. There is but one China in the world. Taiwan is never a country, not in the past and never in the future. The Chinese mainland and the Taiwan region belong to one and the same China. This constitutes the real status quo in the Taiwan Strait. By colluding with external forces to seek independence and attempting to make the Taiwan question an international issue, the Lai Ching-te authorities are the destroyer of the status quo and the biggest troublemaker of the peace and security across the Taiwan Strait. Taiwan independence and cross-strait peace and stability are irreconcilable as fire and water. Opposing Taiwan independence is needed to adhere to the One China principle. Any attempts to seek independence with external forces are delusional.
Okay, so regarding President Putin's visit to China, will President Trump's visit to China last week be on the agenda? If so, what specific issues do you expect to discuss? Thank you.
请再重复一下你的问题，谢谢。
Regarding President Putin's visit to China, will President Trump's visit last week be on the agenda? If so, what specific issues do you expect to discuss?
我已经介绍了普京总。
Just now, I've introduced the related arrangements. During the visit, the two leaders will talk about bilateral relations and issues of mutual concern. We will release information in a timely manner. Please stay tuned. Next one, please.
发言人下午好，汉联社提问。
Yonhap News Agency. Yesterday, the White House readout on the Trump-Xi summit said the two presidents confirmed their shared goal to denuclearize North Korea. Can you you just answered a similar question, but I want to ask, can you confirm that? And secondly, as the DPRK has declared itself to be a nuclear weapon state, what's the way to denuclearize it?
我已经介绍了中方。
I've mentioned China's position just now. I would like to reiterate that China's position and policy on the Korean Peninsula issue maintain continuity and consistency. It has been playing a constructive role in its own way in advancing the political settlement of the issue. We are committed to encouraging relevant parties to face up to the root cause and crux of the Korean Peninsula issue, stick to the general direction of political settlement, and make constructive efforts towards easing tensions and maintaining peace and stability in the region. Next one, please.
Sorry, one more question from AFP. Australia on Monday ordered a string of China-linked shareholders to sell their stakes in a rare earth firm called Northern Minerals, citing the need to protect the sector from outside influences. Can the Foreign Ministry comment on this? Thank you.
我不了解具体情况。
I am not aware of the specifics. I would like to stress that China consistently opposes overstretching the concept of national security to disrupt normal investment activities. Australia should earnestly respect the legitimate rights and interests of Chinese investors and provide a fair, transparent, and non-discriminatory business environment for foreign investment. Next one, please.
还有其他问题吗？
Any other questions?
好，今天的记。
This is all for today's press conference. Thank you.